guys, Gavin Gear here from ultimatereloader.com. In this video, we're going to take a look at a product that I've just started using, the RCBS Competition Full-Length die set. Now, in this video, I'm going to show 243 Winchester, and I'm just going to show snippets of the reloading process because I have a detailed and in-depth match grade 243 Winchester loading video that you can refer to for the full process end to end. But this die set has some really unique features that I'm looking forward to showing you, and I'm really liking how they're working. So let's get to it. So let's take a look at what's included in the die set. First, we've got the full-length sizing depriming die. Both dies have a really nice sort of black oxide finish. Nicely built, nicely finished. And the full-length sizing die works in a fairly typical manner with one exception that I'll note. And I want to take out the decapping rod to show you the elevated expander ball. So normally the expander ball would be closer to the decapping pin. In this case, it's moved upward, which puts the neck expansion more in the middle of the stroke rather than towards the end. And I actually like that a lot. It gives you a better feel and better mechanical advantage as well. Then we've got the seating die. Now this is a pretty unique design here. We've got an open window and we've got a collar that floats up with the case. The bullet is put into sort of a funnel here, and the bullet is held in precise alignment with the case while it's seated by the seating plug, which you can see here. Now, in order to get this window up and above the die threading, an elevated shell holder is used, which is included with the die set. That gets the case up another, almost inch here, and that's what enables this unique action. We've also got, of course, the micrometer here, which enables you to precisely dial in your seating depth, regardless of whether you're measuring off of the ogive with a bullet comparator or using cartridge overall length. So let's see these dies in action. So for this loading session, we're using the Mech Marksman, which I've shown on Ultimate Reloader with their press mount, which is very nice. If you happen to have an inline fabrication ultra mount, which is what I have here with the quick change system, you can just loosen these two screws here, pop a press off, pop it back on with this quick change plate. Inline fabrication now does offer the quick change plate for the Mech Marksman. So this is a great way to go. It's another way to mount the press. Really liking how this is working. So let's go on to sizing and depriming. Okay, so to set up the die, I used my L.E. Wilson case gauge and case gauge depth micrometer, and I dialed it in so that I would get exactly 1/1000 of an inch of shoulder bump. It's still read well with the case gauge, so I know I'm within spec, but I've got a nice precise arrangement for chambering. It's going to fit tight in the chamber, not have excessive shoulder bump. Okay, so we need our shell holder. Now this setup is going to be really good for concentricity and bullet run out because we've got the Hornady lock and load bushing system here, which gives a little bit of self-alignment at the top. We've also got the Mech Marksman floating shell holder on the bottom side. So I've got previously fired brass that I've cleaned, and it's going to be a simple matter of sizing and depriming. Here I'm using Imperial case sizing wax, and this die does a really great job sizing. The force is really smooth, so I can tell it's got a good interior finish, and that's going to make quick work of working through sizing and depriming all of these cases. One thing that I really like about the Mech Marksman is how smooth it is. The ram is precision ground, it's silky smooth, and that just makes it really nice to work with. I'm loading up a nice small batch of 20 cartridges total, and in this case we're going to use IMR 4166, which is a powder I haven't used for 243 Winchester yet, and I figured why not whip up a small batch with 87 grain varmint Hornady hollow point boat tail bullets to see how these are going to do before I go ahead and do a bulk loading session. Again, silky smooth. I really like the way the press works, and I really like the way the sizing depriming die works for this particular application. And 243 Winchester, for those of you that don't have experience with it, is an amazing cartridge. It's kind of like a necked down 308 Winchester with a 6mm bullet, which goes really, really fast. Very flat shooting, light recoiling. There we go, we're done with our sizing and depriming. Next, I'm going to use the Lee Auto Bench Prime to prime the cases. This is very smooth and has kind of become my standard bench priming setup. I really like the fact that I don't have to hold anything. I've integrated with this subplate with the Ultimate Reloader bench system, so I can bolt it down and remove it from the bench in just seconds. Done. All right, time to charge some cases. I'm just going to pop off the sizing depriming die. Love this Hornady lock and load bushing conversion kit. And that means that we can start to charge cases on the press with case activation. All right, on the bullet seating. Okay, so we're going to remove the powder measure. We're going to swap out shell holders. Standard shell holder gets removed and the elevated shell holder gets installed. And then we install the windowed seating die, ready to seat. So the seating process is really simple. We're going to put a case into the elevated shell holder. We're going to raise the ram until we just see this sleeve start to move upward. Drop in a bullet, and then seat it. It's just that simple. And what's nice here is we're not going to be fumbling with bullets, regardless of the base type, even if they're flat base. Drop it in, seat it, done. Very smooth, very simple, solves some very practical problems. And done. Well, there you go. The RCBS Competition Full-Length die set is packed with unique features, and if you're loading precision ammo, it's a great option. You should check them out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss any of the action on ultimatereloader.com, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.